You know, Apple is using car bodies right now. Remember, Prudhoe's getting car bodies soon too.
Ain't no Popeyes.
What? What the fuck is that?
What do you mean?
Looks like waving.
Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a clock. Command Psyfreak. Psyfreak chosen. Sounds good. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're all ready, but for you, it's not only a...
Let me introduce myself.
Seems more like you.
But...
In your name.
Right is always right. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
Yeah, there's a lot of maps. Part of the map, they don't even have you like go there for part of the campaign, so I kind of like missed a whole portion of that part of the map.
Low key, I'm in a fight right now, so I have no idea what you just said.
I said there's a lot of map in Biomutant. So because there's a specific part of the map that I missed completely.
Alright. I have to go outside.
Oh my God.
How pause this? What the fuck?
Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
You sure? Why you say that? He didn't say second platoon? You sure?
This time,
Alright.
it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The Predator isn't the only threat. The
I love this new weapon. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right, but no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. The sound of spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door.
just a few moves left. Make them count. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out.
Oh, I just hit the most disgusting combo, Demon. Oh my god. I'm recording that. I don't know what I did. It was fire though.
No.
That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
I got a plank and a clink.
You got a what?
Plank and a clink.
Oh, you got materials.
Yeah. The man said, what the fuck is he talking about?
I heard plank and a clink. I was like, what?
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out. He presents himself as outward. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up.
Fuck this.
He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child. The night everything changed.
Damn.
There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true.
Who's that?
The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old
We gotta fill that up.
and sad.
Oh.
The
Biomutant.
child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Looper Lupin did to your village, your Mooma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Mooma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree. asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Mooma knows you are here. Sounds like he thinks she does, despite your heart growing dark. There's nothing as powerful as a Mooma's love.
You will learn the value of
He understands why you
scrap.
came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glittergrass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding. You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's ki energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. The small tree you saw up there where you met will eventually grow into a tree of life and start giving back to nature. It'll be the heart of the land. You need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy.
Oh, I know who you fought at the beginning.
You know who I'm talking about now?
That net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed.
Lupin.
Yeah.
Get that through that mine at that hole, and you
One
run
day,
away
he
from it.
hopes
Yeah.
the tree will have
You'll
grown
find out more
tall
about
enough to
your story
sustain the
with him.
world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree. Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Mooma will be able to protect us. He says you better hurry back to the village before your Mooma comes looking for you. You did good here today. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the tree of life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. Records tell of the ruinous devastation the Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land. The apocalypse sparked a re-evolution, the second coming, and our lineage.
Damn, this is a big-ass map.
His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West.
But every part of that map has something. And I'll tell you that much.
Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface.
Whether it be a good weapon or level up point, everything got something.
Knocker has tamed the Majut and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Good Ride, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Don't worry.
You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the tree of life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out of Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be
So why would
judged,
you
not
feel
by your intentions.
if you had 3 other brothers, and they all 6, 7 and above, and you 5, 7?
He's
Told you something like that already happened to
you
me,
still
and it
seem to
hurt.
have a spark of light in
Hmm?
you.
I said that already happened to me, and it hurts.
That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts
My
to look
uncle
at you.
and my
Always
grandfather's
making
like
us
6'3",
And
6'4".
you're always
I'm
trying to
5'8".
pretend it's not.
All my uncles are above 6 foot.
Damn. What about your dad?
He is 5'11", like that.
There's out of date
Not that
again.
much taller
He
than
must
me.
have missed something important.
Does have more.
Out of date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are 2 nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. Out of date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do.
I'm not gonna say what I just found.
Another
but
fork in the
I
road.
found
It's
something
either the tunnel or the moated
very
bridge. What'll it be?
interesting.
It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone. That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Wouldn't be surprised if you met again. Says they're cautious of non-allies. Says everyone wants to see the Sifu. You're in luck, though, as his schedule just opened up.
You're really gonna like, well, my theory is you're really gonna like the Keith Parker version.
Yeah.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you.
Wait, so when you go back to Lafayette again?
August or September, one of the two.
4 months?
Like two and a half.
The wall that separates them from the other side, the wasteland you came from, he guesses the time spent there just left a blank space in your memory, as empty and barren as the wasteland itself. There's
I can't hear
something
you all
about
over
your
quick.
spirit
Oh my God,
that
wait till you
sparks
stop the
memories
audio.
of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples. Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters to save the Tree of Life. He was hoping you'd join them. You understand that there's no harm in doing good to others. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. The one you should coerce first is the Jagni tribe. Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. A war that bonds as much as it breaks. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon. Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again. Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village. He remembers your kind and unselfish soul and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good. Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong and can sometimes come to life. Passing the old village on your way to the first rival outpost might help.
Alright, you said what, Demar?
I said my theory or my what I think you'll like is probably Key Spark.
Key Spark.
Ability.
Sparkles about how brilliant it is to have someone like you that shares both genetics and karma in the myriad spectrum. Says you'll see each other later. Happy you met Greenfinger. Glad to have him tending the Tree of Life. It's in good hands. Says you should take it easy.
Okay.
The gatekeeper welcomes you back to the fort. Understands you have other places. You're empty of ki.
yourself, bro. I did all this stuff for you, and it's all you have to tell me. I should kill you.
Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurled.
Who? Day 2. Alright, I'm gonna go in a little bit. I'm gonna go later. Yeah.
He said,
What? Somewhere on Fort Deck. I don't
he
know.
said, I'm ready for you.
Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurled.
What the fuck, bro? What's up? Yeah.
Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurled. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade. And sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind.
You're toxic. Hmm.
Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. He understands Wang Fu is hard. That's why your Muma only has 6 disciples. Doing just one thing helps you get more done in less time. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. And he'll be honored. He says, that wasn't too bad, was it? Way to go. Don't let the sound of the waves drown out your spirit. But you need practice. Lots of practice. Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something. She promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. The dedication to training is important. You can't rely solely on the fact that Wang Fu is in your blood. You should know, practice makes perfect. She'll see you at the village square. She'll be waiting for you. There will be a surprise for you at the end, too. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. He thinks you're truly a kidling of your environment. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some. He wonders what usefulness you found. He says every little thing counts. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. That's the spirit. You can't make a difference unless you get your hands dirty. He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good start. You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He believes being considerate will help you feel at peace with yourself. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away. Then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent hardship on nature and the environment. It's your future. She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. She won't live forever, you know that. But she intends to make the most of every day she gets, especially the ones you share together. You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her. They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. He says that it's not too late for you to turn back, though. There's no way they'll let you pass. He wants to know who you think you are. They push each other to become better, and sometimes someone gets pushed down along the way. She asks if you're hurt. What happened? She says it's nice of you to consider them, but they have weapon training at sunrise tomorrow, so they'll need all the rest they can get. The most important thing is that you're okay. It's time to focus on your training now. Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best. He asks if you could help him, too, before you leave for training. He'll talk to her, sure, but you know she wants you to accept responsibility for your own actions. He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas for how you can upcycle some old fabrics. He's curious to see what you found. He says whatever it is, it shouldn't be left forgotten at the bottom of a pile of... He says it's about time you learned how, and offers to teach you, starting with the scrap you found. The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you. You should take it with you, wear it to practice. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this. Your Muma says it's about time you got here.
Kalino?
Wants you to understand that you can do anything if you work really hard.
Kalino?
She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time. Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you. That's all she's ever asked of you. Been working on a present for you, with the help of Gizmo and Wiz. You should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved it. Catchy. Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful. A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication device. It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever you see. You're lucky to have such a fine helper with you. Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day. She's so happy you made the most of it. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Lupin from setting the world on fire. Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it. Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa-Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming.
Berry?
Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those she was chosen to lead. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on. The tribe's caught a fluffy Hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff Hulk's on the loose. Nice shot. The tribe's caught a fluffy Hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff Hulk's on the loose. Shot through. It's starting to add up. fired up. They've received news a Ronin had strengthened their ranks and were looking forward to meeting you. A group of myriad crusaders already headed out to Jagni's Mercadorpus outpost and are waiting for you there. You should hurry there and help them best the outpost. Not really. It's west of Bricktown. You can spot Gizmo's chug yard from the hill it resides on. Look, an emergency box from the old day. Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist. Even more brains. Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it? Got more than a flesh wound. That notice board? Filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick towns. Pay attention. The Toxanol Corporation made this place, and then just threw it away when they were done with it. Well, small ones. Places like this were cheap back in those days, and there was plenty of space. Get done with one place, you just build another. There must be a track somewhere in this brick town. Just hope it's not buried. If a story is about you, care for it. Let's see. Don't forget the past. Learn from it. Looks like the Fry Sparker's knobs need to be in sync if you want to get the hardware working. It's a Fry Sparker mindset. Boom! You got something. It's not exactly what you wanted, but you got it right away. The world is waking up with... You found the track! Amazing it wasn't destroyed. So much of this place was just discarded. Lucky the track somehow made it. No, it was never nice. It was new once, but that's not nearly the same thing. Just being new never lasts. The tracks moved on from Bricktown, and you should too. A flush stool from the back in time. It's an apparatus that sink-sunks yellow juice and brown bobs. Let's try out the brush away, see if you can off-chase some drip droppings. Seems like the tighteners on the piping need to be unturned correctly to drain the flush stool. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That's the kind of trouble you really want to wash away. It's so much brighter without the night. Your mind expands. You can see so much farther in the light. You need to get the pegs lined up to get the clothes soaker rolling. You really put a spin on it. so much easier to see all the colors during the day. You have hours stretching before you. The deepest, darkest forest in the land, sometimes hard to see for all the trees. It's Peekaboo Park. Young ones love this sort of place. had better days. Tandem defeat. Crash. Bang, bang. This one seems to be in good spirits, despite being left here for dead. Has heard that you have a sense of compassion and trusts it's in your nature to help those in need. Asks you to do the right thing for the sake of your conscience. It's only through your inner conflict you're held accountable for your actions. Is grateful you chose that. You can't be good without doing good for others.
Fan that flame!
Wait, no! Bright light blinds! It's dangerous.
I've got all the cold, sick burns you need, Dark.
Oh, do you have to insult me over this?
I don't have to, but I want to.
The world needs a shower sometimes, too. That's a myriad tribe outpost. Good hit. Don't get distracted by all the destruction you can see this time of day. Can't understand why you don't just give up on helping things. Says goodbye to you. Shines happy that the myriad can count on a friend as bright as you. We'll be around when you return. Says your follower's a roughed-up piece of scrap. It's a miracle it's still functioning. Says talking to you was interesting. The Vespidut outpost, long-time home of the Myriad tribe. Let's see. That's a resource totem, a monument left behind by those that picked scrap, trying to keep the area clean. That's some sharp wood scrap there. Watch for splinters. Says it's about time you figured out you can't avoid helping anymore. Say the vendor says you can browse his goods anytime during opening hours. Says there's usually a line, but today's your lucky day. A pleasure do business. Asks you to check out the wares, confident you'll find everything you need. The doors here are all... Don't flinch away from this. It's your moment. Not surprised that we'll be around when... Thinks you're brave for being out this late. Says you'll see each other. But hope isn't lost. Hope's. Heroes make for the best stories. It's up to you if you want to be one. Shines happy. Say Says it's hard to worry all the time about the Looper Lupin devouring the world. Maybe a ring-dinger would take the edge off. Sadly, they can't get it themselves. But you could do it easy. Says you might want to listen hard. Heard the ring-dinger dinging a while back. Probably hasn't moved too far. You should grab it before someone else hauls it away. You can ring anyone you like then, right? Thinks you'd be a great dinger. It's darkest between the stars. Shopkeeper The doors here are always open for a potential customer.